Welcome to Black Boss, where we highlight and celebrate entrepreneurship in the Black community. I'm your host, Michelle Forbes, and today I have with me creator and owner of Be Present Packages, Miss Anja Best. How are you today?
Hi, Michelle. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for joining me this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Not a problem. I said we got it in. Just a little early, but we made it
We
happen.
made it.
Absolutely. As I knew we would. So what is Be Present Packages?
Be Present Packages is a business I developed during COVID because I realized that COVID like stripped everybody of every event that we normally attend. As you already know, many cultures, but particularly in the Black cultures, baby showers, weddings, birthday parties, those things that we really love to celebrate and we look forward to going to. And also too, because I was a real estate agent, I started creating these boxes that had to do with houses. Like, my sellers and my buyers were going to closing, but I couldn't be there with them. I couldn't be in the car with them. I couldn't give them gifts like I normally did. So I would mail it to settlement ahead of time. Yeah, so then that way you would already have your gift.
Right.
And one of my closest friends, one of my best friends, she came to me and said, "Anya, you really need to turn your boxing or curating of boxes into a business." And I was like,
Yeah.
I never really thought of it like that. And then now I see like the potential that she saw. Now I see it. It's like hindsight. You're like, wow, you know what? I didn't even think there was a need for this, but it was. And it's
Awesome.
basically curated packages or boxes that you can purchase for your loved ones, your friends, your man, your woman,
Mhm.
to let them know that you're thinking about them, that you don't have to think about. You didn't have to go to the store and buy anything. You didn't have to do anything. I just put the package together for you and I mailed it.
Awesome. Yeah, that sounds really cool, and it sounds convenient. How about I say when I was looking at the idea of it and everything behind it, I was like, oh, I like this. It's very convenient, and the list of stuff that comes with it, it's really cool. So I love the name as it relates to the business. Could you explain the significance of that name to you? Be Present Packages.
So I am a bit of a busybody. And so I have to constantly remind myself to be present. So it works, the word present works in multiple facets. So the first one is to be present in the moment, be present in the receiving, be present in your giving, be present in that person's time in their life, because you could send somebody a mommy box
Yeah.
and you're present at the time that they're getting ready and preparing for this new life that they're getting ready to bring into their life.
Mhm.
And then, or you could be present in the moment when somebody is getting ready to purchase their first home. You're present in that moment with them. You are on that journey with them. So I have to constantly be self-aware enough to teach myself to be self-aware enough to say, Anya, you have to be present in this current moment. Because,
Mhm.
our brains work like futuristic. It's always like,
Yeah.
well, I
Yeah.
have to do, and I'm going here, and I need to
Mhm.
do. And I just wanted people to remember to be present, but also be a present, be a gift to somebody else. Who
Yeah.
doesn't like for you to receive something in the mail, like surprise? Like
Mhm.
if you don't tell the person I'm sending you something, whatever, and it comes on their doorstep and they open it up and it's all of the things, you're like, oh my goodness, somebody thought about me.
Right.
So there is a gift
Yeah.
even in giving. And
Yeah.
it's a gift in just being a present to somebody or being there. And the present part was we couldn't be nowhere. COVID
Right.
took all of that away from us.
Yeah.
Wasn't no getting on no planes, wasn't no nothing. We could not be there literally. So I wanted you to be able to be present, even though
Mhm.
you weren't there.
Yeah. I love that name, and thank you for the explanation, because when I saw the name, I thought the same thing. I was like, man, this could go, so many different ways. So I wonder what her intentions were, behind the name. And yeah, just that it's a very mindful way of giving. It's that being present part. It's like you said, it's a constant reminder of just not letting moments pass you, like being present in the moment, and also a nice reminder that, like you said, during that big life event, this person was present and this is how they showed it.
Yes.
So yeah, I
I
really
may
like
not have
it.
physically been there, but I was there.
Right, but right, your presence was there. Absolutely, that's cool. So, what are the different types of boxes that you offer?
So right now I am revamping my website, like I was telling you prior to us coming on. I am
Mhm.
revamping my website and I am offering a few things. I am offering a tranquility box because I am,
Mm.
if you looked on my page, I'm heavy on the self-care. So
Yeah.
tranquility box, a mommy box, which is like, everything to prepare mom to go into the hospital. Some boxes I want to extend so that moms will also be able to include the items that I give to them in
Okay.
your hospital bag, right?
Okay.
Hospital. Another box is a girls' night out box.
Mm.
And there is a date night box, and the best box for me, and the best thing that Be Present is going to be offering is going to be our new home buyers box. So it's going to
Okay.
incorporate like things that people would want
Mhm.
when they first move into their home. And
Yeah.
I'll also be doing, I'll be also posting up on my website like custom gifts that I normally would do for my clients, my
Mhm.
real estate clients. I would normally do like a welcome sign, a welcome porch sign, or a pillow, something that they could have in their house that they remember. Oh, my real estate agent made this just for me.
Yeah.
Just a quick little segue. It would be that I am a licensed real estate agent.
Okay.
Um, but I'm also a full-time employee.
Okay.
And I own Be Present. So recently I started learning about how something can take you someplace else. So I got
Mhm.
my real estate license originally to invest in other things, but
Mhm.
I started being a buyer seller agent. And
Mhm.
what I noticed is that we have these vendors, real estate agents have these vendors that they use. And at first I was like, I want to put this license in escrow. It's expensive. I don't know what I'm doing, whatever. And um eventually over time, as I had more clients and I started to gift them, I was like, that was your reason for being here. You had to find
Mhm.
out that you needed to be a vendor or a resource to
Yeah.
other agents because, to tell you the truth, being an agent, you're very busy. You don't really have a whole lot of time to be, going to the store. So if I
Mhm.
could be that person that you use as a vendor to
Yeah.
come to and say, I want a welcome sign and I want a little box to put a little basket together for my clients. Got it.
Mhm.
So that's basically why I was so excited about adding that to my website. It's just like that just ties in, and it allows you to evolve out of one position but still remain, ever present.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I know me and my husband always, talk about the being an entrepreneur when you're in a space of transitioning from, being employed to being employing yourself, really being an entrepreneur, is
Right.
that when you're in the space of being employed, take those skills, it's always be learning and building, connections and things that will tie into and take you, just like you said, to the next chapter, because it's no point in really, being stagnant in a place that doesn't serve your future. Even if where you are is not where you want to be right now, make it worth it to be there. Like, at least, learn the things that you need to learn while you're there and somebody is paying you to do it, so that when you're making your own money to do it, you already got a leg up on what's going on.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, if you look at a full-time job or a full-time FTE, as they call it, full-time
Mhm.
employment,
Mhm.
sometimes people are always like, what scares me with the entrepreneurs, they're always like, jump, take the leap. And you be like, wait, did you plan for this leap first? Um, but being an FTE also provides you with the opportunity to fund what it is that you're trying to do.
Yes.
Sometimes which I've left and I've come back.
Mhm.
Sometimes when you leave, you find out, oh my God, these overhead expenses, I really can't afford them. But if
Yeah.
you pace yourself, and like you said, you take the skills that you're learning on your job
Mhm.
constantly and enhancing those skills so that
Right.
you could be a better suited when you do decide, okay, I no longer need you anymore because
Right.
my company is a multi-million-dollar company or
Right.
whatever your goal
Yeah.
is.
Right.
Um, I definitely agree with you. I was just glad that you brought it up because I was like, I so agree with that. Like, take it and enhance that skill.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because learning skills anywhere, might as well learn them where you're going to spend most of your time.
Exactly.
So, I know you said you recently revamped your website. I was wondering if you still have the self care subscription box. Is that still going to be something?
So,
Mhm.
I still would like to have the self-care subscription box,
Okay.
but I think that I have to find a way to encourage people that like you know, you can't turn it into a one-time box,
Right.
like
Right.
you gotta be able to come back for more.
Yeah.
And I'm changing the name to a tranquility box so people can understand like
Okay.
this is going to this is supposed to soothe you. It's supposed to take your stress
Yeah.
away. It's supposed to
Yeah.
be a moment for you. And I know self-care is stressed a lot now that
Mhm.
we're, because we were uh during the pandemic and we were in the house.
Mhm.
Um, but it doesn't have to be, a long strenuous thing. It could be 5 minutes. I always include
Right.
a journal in every tranquility box or every self-care box
That's
because
true.
you can write down your thoughts. They don't have to be organized thoughts. You can write down
Yeah.
your thoughts. That's a 5-minute task.
Right.
Or you
Yeah.
could burn a candle. I love to include candles, especially from
Yeah.
Black owners. Whoever's making a
Mhm.
candle, reach out to me and I want to include you in the box because I want you to be known as well. I want
Right.
I want to I want to take other Black products and put them in my box and say, look at what we're doing for
Yeah.
you.
I
Look
love
what
it.
we were able to curate for you.
Right. Yeah. I love that. Go with that vision. That's a good one. I love that. How do you decide what goes in the boxes?
I do a little bit of market research. I look
Okay.
at my audience, which in all honesty, they tell you to narrow down, narrow down. But I'm
Mhm.
just looking for the Black busy moms and the Black busy family,
Yeah.
period.
Yeah.
Um, for those two parent households that are working, that
Mhm.
kind of thing. That's who I'm looking for because
Okay.
I believe in my heart wholeheartedly. Whatever luxury looks like to you, I just believe that Black women, Black families deserve it. Like I
Yeah.
believe that they deserve it. They deserve to feel like they're special, feel like
Yeah.
you matter because you do,
Mhm.
essentially.
Yeah.
So that's how I normally pick what's in the box. I do a little market research. When it's like the baby stuff, I try to look at like what's trending, what people like. I hashtag a lot. And a part of my being a full-time employee as a person that works in contracts, we do market research all day. So
Gotcha.
that's the skill
That's
I've
the
been keeping
skill.
for my
Yeah.
business, just so
Right.
that people can see how that translates.
Mhm. Mhm.
Really looking at like what are Black busy moms looking for? What do they need? Number one,
Right.
they need convenience. Number two, they need to grab and go. They want to be able to
Yeah.
like, I got it in pocket size and I can go. And we love a good candle. We love something good for our lips. We love like these are things that we just love.
Right. Right.
So that's what I normally do. I normally just do a little bit of market research, search some hashtags, see what
Mhm.
people are posting, what they're interested in. And I always try to include something that will connect you to me. Like,
Mm.
um, I like this Rose Salve. One of my close friends put me onto it, and it's a lip balm, and I
Mm.
love it because I'm obsessed with moisturizing my lips.
Yeah.
Um, and I include it in your box. Like you'll get
Okay.
one just because you'll be like, oh, I got a chapstick to put in my bag. Yes, you do. Yes.
That's cool. I like that. I was saying I like that it's kind of a like recommended item by you. It
Yes.
does. It ties in nicely. Yeah.
Yes.
Hmm. So what purpose would you like to achieve with Be Present packages?
Ooh, okay. What purpose?
This is
My
tough.
purpose for even starting this box is or starting this business, let me say,
Mhm.
because this is going to turn into way more than just a box.
Mm.
Um, but I think my purpose for this is to help us to be able to be there for one another, even though we're busy,
Mm.
be a support to one another, and to continue be a continuous reminder that it's okay to love on each other and love on ourselves.
Yeah.
I think that's wow. I do now. That's just like straight up off the dome. But
Oh, that's
I
good.
really believe that it's okay for us to love on each other and
Yeah.
to love ourselves accordingly.
Mhm.
And self-care, out of those tranquility boxes, I want people to know that self-care is not selfish.
Mm.
It's not selfish. And you have to care for you first before you can care for others, especially Black moms. We always doing everything, doing the most. But if we really desire to put ourselves first and we desire to have a strong family, we will
Mhm.
pour into ourselves first, and then we'll have a reservoir to pour into other people. So
Right.
that's really what this is all about: being able to reach people, being able to be a convenience to people, being
Yeah.
able to show people it's okay to love one another.
I love that. Yeah, and it's needed. It's needed. I mean, I'm a person that believes heavily in genuine connection and just what that can do for one another, do for people in life. And I feel like the packages are a great way to genuinely connect. And like you said, to show a love for one another. And with the self-care package, remember to love ourselves. I think that's a message that should be shouted from the hilltops till the end of time. Like that's just it's one of the things. Like is if we need to know anything, like I
Mhm,
would say that's it. It's okay to love one another and to love ourselves. It's
mhm.
a forever beautiful message. So,
Yeah.
what have been your greatest lessons in entrepreneurship thus far?
My greatest lesson has been to understand that you are where you are for a reason and a purpose.
Mm,
Um, I say that because I'm a person who quit my job twice,
mm,
and I just recently started another job.
mm,
I quit originally because I was a mom, and I'm like, I have to manage my children. I need to be here
mm.
for them. And then
Yeah.
I quit because I'm like, I really want to do this. But realizing where you are and being okay with that.
Mm,
Because sometimes people might look at it like, I went back to a job, so I failed, or I had to go back to my job, so I didn't do a good job.
mhm,
No. And guess what? Be present really was born again this year too,
mhm,
because I joined a new brokerage in September, and I got the mentor that I had been looking for, and
mhm,
she charged me with understanding where I wanted to go. Like
mhm,
she said, don't be ashamed that you're in a space where you're like, I really don't know what I want to do. She said,
mhm.
but start to understand and discover what it is you want to do. So
Yeah.
through therapy and through coaching, I
Mhm,
have found if I had not gone through these many steps, I failed my
mhm,
real estate license 6 times. I didn't pass to the seventh try. If
mm,
I didn't go through all of those things, I would not
mhm.
be where I am.
Yeah.
And just understand that it takes time. It's
Yeah.
not waivable. It
Mhm.
takes a little tough skin, a little calloused hands. It's going to take some of your sleep. Now I got 3 kids, and so I already don't get no sleep. Okay,
Right.
but it's going to take some of your sleep, and sometimes you might feel like I'm not impressing upon anybody, and
Mhm.
nobody's looking at me, nobody's liking what I'm doing or whatever.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
would say to a future entrepreneur, stay the course and
Mhm.
understand that where you are is where you're exactly supposed to be. You're not supposed to be further than you are, and you're not supposed to be back here. You're right. We're right where we need to be. Even if it's a stagnant space, sometimes there's a learning lesson in that. You're
Mhm.
stagnant because you have to figure out how to pivot. Once you learn that lesson, I think as an entrepreneur, if you learn how to twist and turn, you're doing all right.
Yeah, I would 110% agree with you. I think, and doing these interviews, I always tell the participants like, hey, an entrepreneur is just a person who really learned how to problem solve. Like they really believe in their ability to problem solve. Like that's really all it is. They are banking on themselves.
Yeah.
Like and you have to and learning that skill, I agree. I think every time you execute it and can twist and turn to be on that path, it's a success. So
Absolutely.
I agree. It's not linear. It's not linear at all. So
No.
No, I was like anybody who thinks it's linear or we're on a linear path and we're thrown off of that path and feel like because they were thrown off that's it. It's game over. No,
No,
that's the game. You're in the game.
You're in there.
You're in the game.
You all the way in. But
Yep.
too, somebody said to me last week, the best ideas and the best businesses are in, where they are? They reside at the cemetery because people were too scared or they felt like this is it. I failed, so I can't start again. Guess what? If Be Present don't take off today or tomorrow, when I'm 60, I'm gonna try again. Listen, okay, because it is what it is. It's an ever, like you just said, it's an ever evolving thing.
Absolutely. And to also you saying the best ideas are in the graveyard. I agree, and I've heard that before because people are afraid of executing their ideas. But actually, as you were saying that too, to backtrack to something you said, I was going to say the best ideas reside in your life story. It resides in the predictions that you could not have made, and you kind of just have to live like it is. You kind of and doing this. That's why I love interviewing entrepreneurs and people about entrepreneurship, because it renews my faith in that fact. And the stories that people tell. It's like I would have never come up with that idea because that wasn't my life. Like that just would have never come into my space. So it's amazing to hear, where people's lives take them for them to come up with these ideas, because you see it. It's like that was a glimmer, and then they get closer and closer, and then it's like, wow, look at that. But you wouldn't have come up with that unless you lived your life and, like you just said, trusted where you were along, the whole path. So faith, trust.
There you go. That's it. A lot of faith.
Absolutely.
A lot of faith.
I agree. I definitely agree. So really you answered like my last 3 questions in that last question. Because from the fulfilling part, I was going to ask if you had any advice for, a budding entrepreneur, what would it be? And I mean, if you have something outside of that faith piece and trusting where you are,
I guess I would also say too, like, don't get caught up in the comparison thing. Just do your own thing, because that will be a killjoy every time. I started doing reels not too long ago. And at first I was like, I'm not good at this. I can't dance. I don't know what I'm doing. Like I can't do all of this. I can't do all this other stuff that people are doing. I can't look to these screens. And the simplest reel that I did last 2 weeks ago reached 5,000 views.
Oh,
Tell me that minding your own business and just being like, I'm gonna just do it like this because this is what I know. Okay, this is how I know how to do it, and I can't do all the fancy stuff that y'all doing, but I could do a few things.
I can do this, right?
I could do this right here.
Yeah.
Just be yourself. Don't compare yourself, and take breaks from social media.
Yeah.
Take a break. It's okay.
Thank you for that. Thank you. Well, Anja, I was about to say that was it. I appreciate you so much for hanging with me, especially this.
No, I appreciate you for having me. Okay.
No problem at all. Let's say I really enjoy hearing more about Be Present packages. I'm excited to hear about the revamp and the Tranquility Box. I love the mesh with the box and the real estate. And for a homeowner, I thought that was a very smart idea. And I didn't even think, during the time of COVID, how that would interrupt closings and things. So that's really nice that you went the extra mile to also do that for another person, which makes sense as to why you have this whole business to begin with, honestly.
Explanation.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people wouldn't go the extra mile. They'd just be like, "Oh well, COVID ruined it." Like, I call you. Congrats.
Congratulations. I just want to say congrats.
I'm sure a lot of people did just opt for that and just say, well, it's the times. It is what it is. But the
Yeah, or
fact that,
or they said, "Oh, I'll get you when COVID is over." And for me, I
yeah,
was like, "That's my signature." I
right,
always give somebody something, so I was just
yeah.
like, "I gotta figure something else out."
Yeah, so look at that. Those are all the things to pay attention to on your path and on your journey. So I'm happy you see that. I hope you continue down uh the path, and I wish you nothing but the best. And I like that best is your last name as well. I wish you nothing but the best on your entrepreneurial journey.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Oh,
again for having me.
not a problem. And there are two things I have left for you.
Yes.
First thing, please tell the people where they can find you and how they can support.
Okay, so you can find me I have two handles, at Anja underscore knows, like I know everything, knows best. And then at Be Present Packages. And that's basically it. That's where you can find me. I can only manage one.
I understand. I understand. Is there there's be packages be present packages.com too, right? Dot
Yes,
com
it's
and Instagram.
www.bepresentpackage.com. So they can go there now and they can check it out now. It's getting ready to move over somewhere, but it's okay still for now. It's okay.
Okay. Got you. Cool. And then the second thing, Black Boss Tradition. I have all Black Boss participants say their name and then say that they're a Black Boss.
Oh, okay. My name is Anja Best and I am a Black Boss.
Yep. Thank you so much. And yeah, thank you, Anja. I was gonna say thank you for your vision. Thank you for your heart. Keep spreading. Keep spreading the light.
Yes. Thank you so much.
No problem at all. You enjoy the rest of your day.
Okay, you too.
All right. Have a good one. Bye. Thank you so much to Anja Best, owner of Be Present Packages. I love the idea. And like I said, it's somebody else would have been faced with that predicament, I guess, with COVID happening. And they really would just be like, I got you later. But the fact that she did not do that and she actually turned it into a business opportunity, not just for people in real estate, but also, moms and, adult celebrations and kid celebrations and, the tranquility box and the self-care box. And she's really taken something unique to her and packaging it in a way that we can all enjoy and also support each other with it. So I always think that's a win. I think it's a great idea. Anja, please continue to do what you do. Anybody bringing more love, light, and connection into the world, I am. Thank you, because that's what warms my heart. So yes, continue. I'm sorry, turn off. So please continue to do that, Anja. It was very nice meeting you. Very nice learning more about your business. Please support Anja. Be Present Package. Great resource. Great resource. To continue the celebration of Black entrepreneurship, please continue to celebrate with me over on Instagram at BlackBoss_certified. I'm also Black Boss Certified on Facebook. And for anyone looking to see the full episodes of Black Boss, please enjoy motivation, inspiration, motivation, inspiration, information. I like that. Y'all might hear that again. Motivation, inspiration, information. Go get you some full episodes of Black Boss on YouTube at Black Boss Certified. All right, guys, that's it. Always a pleasure. I hope you learned something. Motivation, inspiration, information. Peace.